What's up, everyone? Good morning. Happy Sunday. It is May 18th, and it is a beautiful Sunday morning day. And I just wanted to jump on here real quick and share with you what am I looking at for Monday morning? What am I looking at tomorrow morning as far as getting into the best stocks for day trading? Now, guys, you know that I have my favorites. And if you've been with me long enough, you know that those favorite stocks generate income every single day if you get in and get out at the right resistance, support, and candlesticks. Guys, if you have not seen yet, we dropped our first candlestick training video. It is out there. This is what that thumbnail looks like for the candlestick training. We created a playlist on the channel. So all of our candlestick training, as we're going to continue to go through making additional training videos, is located in that playlist for you. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I hope it helps you on your trading journey, as even making the videos was a good reminder and a good refresher for myself. So guys, tomorrow morning, Monday morning, what is the market going to do? I mean, I'm going to be really honest with you guys and tell you right now, I have a feeling, this is not financial advice, this is just my opinion, but I have a feeling that Monday morning, the market is going to either stay somewhat horizontal or it's going to drop. Now, here's why I believe it's going to drop. At the pre-market and opening, it's going to be a red run, but I think it's going to turn around. And the reason why I think it's going to be a red run is because we are already down from the post-market Friday running into pre-market for Monday. So the S&P 500 is actually down almost 7 points right now. Now, think about this for a minute. It was at 590 something. I think it's at 586. I think is where it was at. You can see it here on the screen, but it's down. It's running down. So guess what, guys? As I have always shared with you, when the S&P 500, which again is comprised of over 500 companies, 503, 504 companies, several companies with multiple tickers, okay? But there's about 157 companies, large stocks that drive the S&P 500 every day, upwards or downwards, based on news, social media, Twitter tweets, the president, the wars, tariff talks, all that stuff drives the S&P 500 up or down. So what's happening right now? It's being driven down. Did we have really any real negative news? Not really, right? But guys, there was some news over the weekend. And listen, not to take a political stance, but there was some news that you just sort of say, like, is this really even necessary? President Trump put a tweet out literally bashing the snot out of Bruce Springsteen. I think he called him a wrinkled up, failed rocker, no talent, washed up, and Bruce Springsteen, it was a huge supporter of Joe Biden. And so now, Springsteen's talking a lot of trash about Trump and the administration and what's going on. So, but it's like, does the president of the United States really need to respond on Twitter? You know what I'm saying? About stuff like that. So anyway, long story short, we don't know what that news is going to do to the market. We don't really know what happened over the weekend, all the talk. There's still some really positive trade and tariff talk. There's still some real positive talk about economy and about jobs and all those things that are very important to us that could potentially allow the market to continue to soar. But it's going to have a retest, guys. It's going to pull back, and then I believe it's going to launch. So we need to be prepared for the retest. And what I do, as my opinion, and what I do day in and day out, is I look for the dip. I wait for a stock to drop. And then when I see that it's at a low, a level of support, or the candlesticks are telling me that it's getting ready to make a turn, watch the first training video about the doji candlestick. And what that sort of indicates is buyer and seller sentiment. And I wait and I watch. And then when I see that my candlesticks are right, I jump in. Okay. And I buy 1,000 shares. I buy 5,000 shares. Depends on the cost per share. But I get in the stock and I let it run and I monitor. And then once it gets to a point where, again, I either hit a level of resistance and it's rejecting the resistance, or it is the candlesticks telling me what the next move potentially will be. I sell. And guys, that's how I make money. Listen, my goal, so you know, if you're new to the channel, I goal to make at least $100 each stock that I trade in each day. So you could say that there's the potential to make over $500 a week if you do it once a day in one stock. You have patience, learn your craft, master your craft, and understand what you're looking at, educate yourself, okay? First, learn what stocks you're trading in and out of, learn about the company. What type of company is it? Are they solid? Do all the homework, guys. Do all your research, okay? I do, and that's why I only trade certain stocks. And I've told you in other videos, hey guys, this is on the radar. I'm taking a look at this stock. I'm going to be charting it. I'm going to be monitoring it. I'm looking at trend analysis. I want to understand what's happening with the stock. And I shared that with you guys many, many videos ago with Oatly, which is an awesome company. They make oat milk and oat yogurt and all kinds of products with oat in it. And it's in all the major stores, Publix, Winn-Dixie, Kroger, Food Lion, okay? It's in all the major stores, Walmart. But the more I trended it, it didn't give me the right trend that made me comfortable that I could get in and get in a day trade, make money, and get out. It looked more like a trade that you could get in and leave it in, either swing or for long term. And I'm not looking for those stocks. I've got those stocks. I've got my Nvidia, I've got my Apple, I've got Google, I've got the Meta, type stocks. I've got the Magnificent Sevens, which those 7 stocks drive the S&P 500. But I'm in a lot of those big stocks, Tesla, okay? Waiting for that to be part of my retirement, ultimately my retirement plan. And I know that based on statistics, that the average age group that's watching a lot of these videos, is in your 40s and 50s. Guys, I'm 51, all right? I'm 51 years old and continuing to look towards the future, towards retirement, and that's what I want to get to. And so while I work full-time and I have a great job with a 401k and I have great stock plan with the company I work with, and I have, my personal investments, and then I have day trading. So all good stuff. Guys, do not sell yourself short. Learn this and learn how to make money doing it. And I promise you, it's satisfying, but you must be careful. Understand your risk versus reward. Understand what you're willing to lose. Even though I always say, guys, if you buy stock and it goes down, you haven't lost anything until you sell it. All right, so what am I looking at for tomorrow, guys? You've been waiting for that. You're like, Josh, you went on a total rant. Can we get to what stocks you're looking at tomorrow? Yes. First and foremost, the big one for me, SoFi, okay? SoFi, as I shared with you guys before, I love the stock. I was in it at about $9. I ran it all the way up to 13, sold out, took profit, banked it. I want to get back in SoFi. I was waiting for SoFi to get back down around the $12.50 level because SoFi is set to run to about $19. Not tomorrow, okay? But can you day trade SoFi? 100%. You can day trade SoFi, guys. SoFi is a great stock because it's a financial sector stock that doesn't have the volatility of all the other types of stocks that, that a lot of people like to day trade, where they are looking at the volume and they're like, I got to get in now and I got to get out. That is so stressful, guys. I don't love doing that. I have a group of Discord guys that's all they do is do volume plays all day long, and it stresses me out. I want to find those companies like APLD, Applied Digital, that is going to run somewhat calmly. It's not really not the right word, but it has a momentum to it that's not too fast, not too slow, and I can watch and see the candlestick pattern to know, okay, it's getting ready to change, it's going to reverse, I can get out, take profit on it, and watch, rinse, repeat, do it again. SoFi is another one of those stocks, guys. And the last I looked at SoFi, it was somewhere down in the $12 range, exactly where I want it. Now, will I day trade it or will I hold it long term? I've told you guys it's probably a $19 stock. That's what the analysts say, and it's a strong buy rating right now. So will I buy some? Yes. Will I hold it long? Yes. Will I do it on my Webull account? No. I'm going to day trade it on my Webull account, and I'm probably either E-Trade or Robinhooding it for my long-term investment. And I will leave it, let it, set it, and be done. So I will day trade SoFi, guys. Take a look at it. If you don't know much about SoFi, it's not a financial institution, but it does act like a bank. They do all kinds of loans, not just your typical traditional loans. They also do wedding loans, which I think is personally kind of crazy if you're going to take out a loan to pay for a wedding, but that's just my opinion. But they do wedding loans, school loans, personal loans. They've got all kinds of loans. They're introducing the younger generations in to buy, to basically apply for loans. And they're solid, and they do a bunch of other things surrounding AI and technology and all that. And it's a solid company, and I love SoFi. And I'm going in long term Monday morning based on when I see the right time to buy. Okay, because like I said, I believe there's still some room to come down. And I'm also going to day trade SoFi, and I will day trade SoFi, and we can do an update Monday to see how did SoFi do. The next one I'm looking at is SoundHound. SoundHound, again, also dropped with what's happening in post-market. I believe it's going to drop Monday morning. All these stocks I'm talking about, I believe, are going to continue to come down a little bit Monday morning. And then I'm just going to be waiting and watching in my 5-minute and 1 minute to see when is the right entry point. Okay. But guys, if you haven't done this, you must set support and resistance levels. Go to my charting video. I simplified it for you, and see how I do it. And I make it very simple. Basically, go to the charting video, watch that charting video, and then go to the stocks that you're considering trading and chart it, guys. Put some lines on your chart so you know when it's working its way all the way up, and you're like, oh shoot, I'm at $5.65. $5.67 is my next level of resistance, and it's going to hit that. And you see the candlestick hit it, and it didn't break through. Second candlestick hit it, but it didn't break through. Sell. Okay, now, does it mean that it's not going to break through and run? No, it doesn't. But if I get a green candlestick with resistance, a second green candlestick with resistance, and then I see a red candlestick at resistance, I'm going to sell, guys. I'm going to sell it. I'm going to take profit on it, whatever it is, and I'm going to be happy, and I'm going to close that stock, and I'm going to go to the next one. And I'm not going to go and look back at it until later in the day, so then I can say, oh my gosh, it went up another dollar per share. Okay? I don't want to have that regret of, missing out where I misdirect myself, and it runs all the way back down to where I started, and I either have to sell it off at a break-even price, lose money, okay, but not lose money, where it drops down, and now I'm bag holding it until the next day or the next week when it finally recovers back to where I get to take profit. So be careful, guys. APLD. Again, APLD is on the down. I'm buying an APLD, but I trade APLD every single day. Some days, and if I don't day trade it, I'll tell you, hey guys, I sat on the sideline today. It didn't look right for me, and I was out. But I've only had a couple of those days in the last 6 months that I felt like, hey, not the right day. And those were days where tariffs talk were really strong, or S&P 500, NVIDIA, and some of those bigger players ran down and took APLD with it. But I most likely, Monday will be an APLD. Okay. Wolf, WOLF. I am a believer now. My brother-in-law day trades Wolf, WOLF, all the time. I day trade Wolf, WULF, every single day, and love WULF, and they're both good day trade stocks. Take a look at both of them, guys. WOLF and WULF. Last one that I'm going to be looking at, okay, is Webull, BULL. I bought into Webull at $13.50 for a long hold. I'm in it at $13.50 for a long hold. It's down to like $12.12, $12.15 right now. I'm going to buy in more, cost average down, okay, just to get into a better position for my longer term hold. And I'm going to do that on one of my accounts, but I'm going to day trade it Monday. I'm going to watch it and see what it does. But there's a lot of different talk and a lot of news around Webull right now that I believe is going to cause it to have a bit of a run up. And guys, remember, you're not looking to make $1, $2, $5 per share. You're looking to make 15, 20, 25, 50 cents per share, because you need to buy in at the right amount and take profit on it. Remember, my goal is not to make $1 million a day. And there's a ton of YouTubers out there like, oh, you're going to I buy in 10,000 shares. I made $20,000 today. Let me take you in the garage and show you my Ferrari and my Mercedes and my other Ferrari and all this stuff and my beautiful house. Okay, listen, I get that, all right? That's why the name of my channel is Average Joe Day Trader. You and I are the little people that can make money, make wealth, get rich off of what the wealthy people do. And I don't mind listening to those guys that talk about day trading, $20,000 share, 20,000 shares, 10,000 shares, and all that. Hey, that's great. I'm in there a lot of times with 1,000 shares, 5,000 shares. Okay. If it's a 5-cent stock, yeah, I might buy 20,000 shares. Okay. And there's some stocks I'm looking at right now that I've got another video coming out later today that I'm going to tell you all about, but just a little bit of a cliffhanger for you guys. Okay. But I'm here to make at least $100 a day per stock. If I can make $500 a week, I'm so happy. Last week, Friday, APLD went crazy. It went from $5.60 something cents. I got in it at $5.77. I sold it at $6.25. Smacked myself in the face because it ran all the way to $6.99 that day, but it was fine. I still made over over $600 in profit. Okay, $650 in profit that day. Okay, did I make my $100 goal for that stock for that day? Yes, I did. Okay, did I make pretty much almost $5,000? Okay, that week in the stocks that I was trading in and out of it? Yes, I did, guys, because the market was on fire last week. Could I lose $5,000 this week if I don't play it right and I'm not smart or I get greedy? Absolutely, guys. So those are the day trade stocks. Take a look at them. And there'll be another video coming out later today. I want to talk to you about 2 companies and what I'm looking at, and I'm trending and looking at analysis of them right now, but I think it could be a winner, and I'll share with you more in the next video. Guys, if you've not subscribed to this channel yet, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button for me. Hey, drop me a comment. Let me know what's going on. Let me know how you feel about the market. How do you feel about this video? Do you hate the video? Tell me what you want to hear more about, guys. Tell me what you want me to share more about. This channel is for you and for me as we build this community. Guys, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I drop a new video. And if you have not opened a Webull account, do me a favor, in the description, go ahead and click the link and you can get some free money and get some free shares from Webull. Guys, have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Josh out. Peace.